Good morning. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. If you want to create more in your life, more wealth, more happiness, more love, more of everything, the first step is to be grateful for what you already have. In The Science of Getting Rich, Wallace D. Wattles has a whole chapter on gratitude. He says that the first step toward getting rich is to convey the idea of your wants to the formless substance. What is the formless substance? It's all the space between what's already here. And quantum physics has proven that there's more in the spaces between what we can see than what we can actually see in our reality, because our human brains, the way we interpret through our senses, we're only interpreting a small fraction of what's available, what's going on, what surrounds us. I'm not going to get deep into the science of atoms and neurons, but through your thinking, the energy of your thoughts, you start to bring toward you all the resources, all the people, all the situations, opportunities, circumstances in which you can create a new reality. Everything is changing, but when we look at things the same way over and over and over, we tend to manifest the same type of life. But when you look historically, the way your life is now is different than what your life was 20 years ago. And it was different than what your parents' life was like. The jobs, the careers, the occupations, some work that people are doing today was unheard of even 5 years ago. Technology has changed. The style, shape, and materials used in buildings has completely changed from what it was 100 years ago. But when we dwell on the past, when we look at what is, when we focus on our current results, current outcomes, the current way we're living, if we feel bad about what's going on, we drag more of that negativity into creating our future. Wallace Wattles says the first step toward getting rich, to changing your life to be more richly blessed in your relationships, in the happiness and joy, in financial wealth, whatever kind of rich blessings you want to bring into your life, the first step is to convey the idea of your wants to the universal energy, to God or formless substance. He says it becomes necessary to relate yourself to the formless intelligence in a harmonious way. To secure this harmonious relationship is a matter of such primary and vital importance that I'll give some space to its discussion here. I will give you instructions which, if you follow them, will be certain to bring you into a perfect unity of mind with God. The whole process of mental adjustment and attunement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. First, you believe that there is one intelligent substance from which all things proceed. Secondly, you believe that this substance gives you everything you desire. And thirdly, you relate yourself to it through a feeling of deep and profound gratitude. I'm going to go back and read a couple of paragraphs from the chapter on how riches come to you. Wallace Wattles writes, God, the one substance, is trying to live and do and enjoy things through humanity. He is saying, I want hands to build wonderful structures, to play divine harmonies, to paint gorgeous pictures. I want feet to run my errands, hands to see my beauties, tongues to tell mighty truths and to sing marvelous songs. All that is possible is seeking expression through human beings. I've heard people ask if the soul is perfect, if heaven is a place of eternal joy and divine love and happiness, why would I want to become human form? Well, that's to experience more life. The spirit cannot taste chocolate or feel the hug of a loved one. All that is possible is seeking expression through human beings. God wants those who can play music to have the instruments they need, to have the means to cultivate their talents to the fullest extent. He wants those who can appreciate beauty to be able to surround themselves with beautiful things. He wants those who can discern truth to have every opportunity to travel and observe. He wants those who can appreciate dress to be beautifully clothed, and those who can appreciate good food to be luxuriously fed. He wants all these things because he enjoys and appreciates them. It is God who wants to play and sing and enjoy beauty and proclaim truth and wear fine clothes and eat good foods. St. Paul said, it is God that worketh in you to will and to do. The desire you feel for riches is the infinite, seeking to express himself in you. You need not hesitate to ask largely. Your part is to focus and express the desires of God. That's a difficult thing for most people. They retain something of the old idea that poverty and self-sacrifice are pleasing to God. They look upon poverty as part of the plan, as necessary to nature. They have the idea that God has finished his work and has made all that he can make, that the majority of humanity must stay poor because there's not enough to go around. People hold on to this erroneous thought so much that they feel ashamed to ask for wealth. They try not to want more than a very modest competence, just enough to make them fairly comfortable. Well, let's go back to gratitude. Many people who order their lives rightly in all other ways are kept in poverty by their lack of gratitude. Having received one gift from God, they cut the wires which connect them with him by failing to make acknowledgement. It's easy to understand that the nearer we live to the source of wealth, the more wealth we shall receive. It is also easy to understand that a soul that is always grateful lives in closer touch with God than one who never looks to Him in thankful acknowledgement. When good things come to us, the more gratefully we fix our mind on the supreme power, the more good things we will receive, and the more rapidly they will come. The reason for this is simply that the mental attitude of gratitude draws the mind into closer touch with the source from which the blessings come. I've heard that when you pray, you're talking to God, you're asking for things, you're demanding help. But when you meditate, when you just focus on being grateful, when you're quiet and tuned in, tapped into that source energy, into God energy, you can listen. You hear the voice of God. That means getting quiet, getting still. In prayer, you're talking. In sitting quietly, in meditating, you're listening for instructions from God. Wallace Waddell says, when good things come to us, the more gratefully we fix our mind on the supreme power, the more good things we receive, and the more rapidly they will come. The reason for this is simply that the mental attitude of gratitude draws the mind closer into closer touch with the source from which the blessings come. If this is a new thought to you, that gratitude brings your whole mind into closer harmony with the creative energies of the universe, consider it well, and you will see that it is true. The good things you already possess have come to you because of certain laws. Gratitude will lead your mind out along the ways by which things come, and it will keep you in close harmony with creative thought and prevent you from falling into competitive thought. Gratitude alone can keep you looking forward toward the infinite and prevent you from falling into the error of thinking that the supply of riches is limited, and to think that would be fatal to your hopes. There is a law of gratitude, and if you are to get the results you seek, it is absolutely necessary that you should observe this law. The law of gratitude is the natural principle that action and reaction are always equal and in opposite directions. The grateful outreaching of your mind in thankful praise to the supreme power is a liberation or expenditure of force. It cannot fail to reach that to which it is addressed. And as a result, God responds with an instantaneous movement toward you. Draw nigh unto God, and He will draw nigh unto you. That is a statement of psychological truth. And if your gratitude is strong and constant, the reaction in the formless substance will be strong and continuous. The movement of the things you want will always be toward you. Notice the grateful attitude that Jesus took, how he always seems to be saying, I thank thee, Father, that thou hearest me. You cannot exercise much power without gratitude, because it is gratitude that keeps you connected with divine power. So let's get into that feeling of gratitude. If you have a pen and paper in front of you, I want you to write down a list of things that you are grateful for. I want you to get so deeply into the feeling of gratitude that you might be feeling tears of joy. You might feel your heart swelling. You might feel that life is a wonderful blessing. You might write, I am so happy and grateful now that. What are maybe 1 or 3 or 10 things that you can feel so totally grateful for? What are blessings that you have in your life? The first thing that I'm grateful for when I wake up is that I've woken up. I have a new, fresh day to live, a new day that has never before been lived. And it doesn't have to be lived the same way as yesterday or the day before or last week or 10 years ago. I don't have to drag my worries and stresses into today. I can be thankful for a brand new day, a new page, a new story to write. I am grateful for waking up in a soft, warm, cozy bed in a comfortable house. I am grateful for a fresh cup of coffee. I am grateful to be waking up beside my loved one. I am grateful that I can open my eyes and see with the gift of sight. I interpret the world around me, but I'm only seeing a fraction of what's available. I am grateful for my other senses. I can hear. I can touch. I can smell and taste. I appreciate good food. I appreciate beautiful sights and sounds and smells. What are you grateful for? Get into the feeling that you are so blessed, you are so thankful, you appreciate the things that you have, the people in your life. Maybe you have pets that you are in love with. A job that pays the bills. Or a business that allows you freedom to earn as much money as you want and the time freedom to enjoy it. Open your heart and write down 10 things that you're grateful for. as you're moving your energy into the feeling of true appreciation and gratitude, start to think about being grateful for what you want to bring into your life. What would you really prefer, appreciate? What would you really love to have? If you have a big, beautiful goal that you're going after, it's something that pulls at your heartstrings, something that you know you'll be happier, healthier, wealthier. Life will be much better when you attain your beautiful goal. Write that down as something you are grateful for now. Because as I mentioned earlier, there is more stuff available in the invisible world than what's available to you through your physical senses. Using your imagination to pretend that you're grateful for something that has not yet happened. A big promotion at work, the love of your life showing up, a trip that you want to go on, something that you really, really, really desire. Give thanks as if it's happening now. And that energetic feeling of gratitude will start to move your big goal towards you. When you give thanks for something that you want as if it's already here, opportunities arise to bring it to you, to get you closer to your goal, to tell the universal energy, God, source, this is what I really want. And in that state of gratitude, you get impulses to do something. You change your thoughts and your actions. And what you want shows up in your life. Wallace Waddell says it is necessary to cultivate the habit of being grateful for every good thing that comes to you, to give thanks continuously. And because all things have contributed to your advancement, you should include all things in your gratitude. Don't waste time thinking or talking about the wrongs or the shortcomings or the wrong actions of politicians or anything going on in the world around you. Everything is necessary for the growth, to bring changes. Write down what you really, really want. How do you want to be living? If it's a dream house or a particular vehicle or a certain job, write it down as if you already have it. Write it out in the present tense, using positive language. Instead of saying, I want to be debt-free, say, I am so happy and grateful for the abundance in my life. And then train your mind to start to look at the abundance. Do you have enough food to eat? You have more than one piece of clothing in your closet. You have cookware and appliances. You have pictures. You might have books. You might have all kinds of trinkets or objects around you, not because they're necessary, because you wanted them, you liked them. Give thanks for everything you have and everything that you want that is different than what you have, in the energy that it's yours. Through your attitude of gratitude, you are calling it to you. Wallace Waddell says, God wants you to have everything that you want. The Spirit is expressing itself through you as a unique individual representation of source energy. Be grateful that you can experience everything that you've experienced in your life. When you know sorrow, that allows you to appreciate more joy and happiness. When you know challenges and you overcome challenges, that allows you to appreciate the good work that you've done, the things that you've acquired, the victories that you've attained. Get into the feeling of what it's like to be living your dream goal and give thanks for it as if it's already here. Wallace Waddell said the first step toward getting rich is to convey the idea of your wants to the formless substance. Get clear on what you want. Write it down. Write it down as a demand order. You're ordering your favorite dish from a restaurant. You don't go back into the kitchen and see if they're making it. You trust that it's going to be delivered to you when it's ready. The universe delivers your order to you in the right time, in the right way, when you are ready to receive it. The whole process of mental adjustment and attunement can be summed up in one word: gratitude. Create a wonderful day. Give thanks for what you have, what you've been through, your past, your present, and your future. And watch how fast things come to you. Thank you for joining me in this morning mindfulness practice. Create a wonderful day. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, please like, share, and pass it on to those you love. Thank you.